Hello, good Sunday evening, YouTube and school communities. I wanted to do a quick introduction video. My name is Justin Martin, and I have been in sales going back to the year 2000. The same year I got out of the U.S. military. I am a Purdue alum. I have a BSB. I've been in leadership role for going on a couple decades. And I ultimately have created this community and these videos and written the several books that I have in leadership because I do care so much about, again, good leadership. I currently lead a team of 38 real estate agents for a large real estate corporation. It is a very high volume, high production role, but aren't so many of the jobs that so many of you on here, they're high volume, we all have high expectations. Anyway, point of doing these videos is, and putting together this community is, I think we can all learn from one another. But one thing I over my couple decades of leading, I've learned so much from people I've worked for, those that have been in my charge, also peers, but I think it's so important to spread the good. We need to be the force for good in our roles. We have the ability to be the reason people thrive and stay at corporations, and we also have the ability to be the reason good people leave organizations. So we've all worked for leaders like that, managers, directors, VP of sales, where they were not the force for good. And so we all have the ability to change that. And that's why I'm doing what I'm doing now. I have seen great leaders also succumb to leading through fear. They didn't know how to push back, not necessarily push back where you lose your job. Nobody would want that. But they've felt the need to just stay, keep themselves in a good place with their position, that when the numbers aren't there and you start getting the pressure from senior leadership, some leaders unfortunately mentally can't handle it, or for whatever reason they fear changes ultimately what they become, and that's not a good place. Obviously a great leader should be aligned with the organization they work for. It's going to be hard to ever find that perfect organization, but you want to be the reason people want to come work for that organization or stay within that organization. So I care deeply about people. Pressure, I think if you've been in sales a long time, I think the name of the game for us and being great leaders is you've got to be able to act and even react while dealing with pressure. We're all going to have pressure. If you work for an organization and you're tasked with driving results, you're going to have pressure. So you don't want to lose yourself. You want to be able to adapt and deal with the pressure. But at the core of this whole thing, we're here to drive culture. You can drive results by having a great culture. I think that's at its core why I do what I do. Is I enjoy going to work every day. It's because I know when I come into a new role or take over a new team, I don't go in there. You don't want to lead with the stick. The stick is just the last. That's the last thing you want to use. And anyway, you come from a place where I know when I go into a new role. So anytime I've gone into a new market manager role or sales manager role, I get to know the people. I get to know the people that individually, everybody. You adapt to their style, not the other way around. I think if you go into that knowing I want to learn what makes this person tick and what drives them, how do they learn? If you do that from a place of caring about every single person on your team, that's how you set yourself up for long-term sustainable results. You're able to get the most out of everybody on your team. Name of the game is to drive results, and to do that and to do it long term, you've got to build that culture. So we'll dive into a lot of these things. I did just, again, like I said, want to introduce myself and just kind of who I am, why I do what I do, and I look forward to talking and meeting a lot of you over the coming weeks, months, years. Happy selling, happy leading, and talk to you guys soon.